November is Adoption Month, a time to celebrate new families, dedicated individuals and couples who have provided a permanent home to a child or children in foster care. Family Services worker Tasha Simmons and assistant Crystal Green are joined by Faye Howe, a Norfolk adoptive parent and a member of the Hampton Roads Foster and Adoptive Parent Foundation. Thank you for joining us to talk about a really important observance during the year. This is a national observance. The city of Norfolk, however, does have a large number of children who are available for placement in adoption. So this keeps you busy.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does indeed. And I think we ought to start first with, what are some of the misconceptions that people may have, Tasha, about children who are in foster care and about adopting children?
I would say that the biggest misconception that the public has is the fact that a lot of our kids are mental health diagnosed, that they are heavily on psychotropic medication. Some of it's true, but a lot of the kids do not come into foster care and do not leave foster care with a mental health diagnosis. And they don't leave out of foster care on a high level of psychotropic. So it kind of goes hand in hand. You have that, and then you don't have those cases where kids are diagnosed.
Okay. All right. So those are things that you can anticipate as being a possibility, but not necessarily across the board a fact. So, well, that's good. And then, of course, when we come to screening prospective adoptive parents, there is a process.
Right. And Tasha knows more about the process.
Okay. Well, what kind of qualities would you look for in a parent?
Well, every child deserves a home that can provide security, warmth, unconditional love. But the number one quality that majority of our workers look for is commitment and the willingness to learn about anything, because it is a process with adoption.
Yes, and in regards to screening, we want to make sure that the parent or parents are physically screened and are approved to foster or adopt, and we want to make sure we get that in writing from their physician, and that they have income to raise a child.
Right. And that they have the health in order to do this.
And that there's no criminal barriers against them that could prevent them from raising.
All of that makes so much sense, but people are often driven by their emotions in order to move forward with this, so it's always good to know. How do you prepare as someone who might be thinking about adopting a child for the, I guess, the review or the scrutiny that you will have to undergo in order to be sure that you are a good prospect to place a child in your home? Because this is, as you said, a commitment, and it's not something that you just do and then decide you change your mind later.
Right. Most parents will say this is their calling to foster and adopt. This is a calling that they've gotten.
Would you say that's the case, Faye?
I would say that. We fostered several children, not with the idea of adoption, and then one day they brought an infant, and she was ours, and
you just knew?
We just knew. We just knew. She was a beautiful little girl, and 2 years later they called and told us that her brother had been born, and there was just no doubt in our minds that we would say, yes, bring him over.
Yeah, and there they are on the screen. We have all of Hannah and Brandon. Is that correct?
Hannah and Brandon.
Right, and this was a few years ago, folks, so that, the children have grown a bit. I'd seen later pictures of Hannah, and she's a young woman now, and then Brandon, who was an infant when you brought him in, had developed some issues that you had to address. And folks, for people who are watching, you've got children that you bring in, and you bring them in with full commitment and love, and they did it for all the right reasons, and they are still doing it for all the right reasons. And Brandon has some things that he's had to deal with.
He has some issues. He has autism and some anxiety and ADHD, but you never have a guarantee. You can have your own children and definitely not have a guarantee. So it's something that you deal with as a parent, whether you're an adoptive parent or not.
I think a lot of questions that we get as workers is the what-if questions. And a lot of times we don't have the what-if answers. And like Ms. Howell was saying, she got Brandon at an infant, and it wasn't until he got older where she saw signs of autism.
Okay. And yet Brandon is still very much a part of your family and in your heart.
Oh, big time in our hearts, yes, definitely.
Kind of hard to change that when you've totally loved a child, and particularly two that are brother and sister.
Yes.
It's very special. And I'm sure it's special to Hannah, too, who is, has a brother that you can say, yes, he's my brother. Tasha, the children that we have in our foster care system that are available to be placed for adoption it's a fairly large number relative to other localities. So how many children do we currently have?
Norfolk currently has 80 kids, but out of those 80, 27 are being recognized this year as being in their adoptive placements.
Okay. That's a good percentage of children. And we also, of course, have a lot of children who the adoptions are being finalized. And that leads us to a special event that's held every year in the city of Norfolk. Other localities do too, but Norfolk does it best. And it's called Adoption Celebration Day, or Adoption Day. And that will be held during November on the 18th. Yes. So, Crystal, I know you've been involved in the committee, along with yours truly. And so what is that all about, Adoption Day?
Right. As you said, November is National Adoption Awareness Month. So on this day, it's a day to celebrate the families that have gone through the process of adoption. And again, it's the rainbow that they've been waiting for. This is the celebration. This is the first time that they'll get to see their new adoptive names on certificates and to take pictures with their new family. And, you know, just a lot of people come out and speak on this event, and it's just a celebration of the process that they have undergone.
Right. And this one's bigger and better than ever. We have how many children that are going to be acknowledged? Do you?
Right now, there are going to be 27. We're so proud to say that 27 children that's going to be celebrated this time, and 5 of those are that we have 5 groups that are sibling groups out of that.
And one's a large sibling group, isn't it?
Yes, yes, and this is. That is actually Tasha's group that is going to be celebrated. So
how many children are we talking about?
6.
6 children in one family are going to be adopted.
And the oldest.
And Faye is like.
The oldest is 17.
The oldest is 17, and the youngest is how old?
The youngest one is 7.
Wow, and they're all staying together.
All staying together.
Now, was this a foster family that had been?
They have been in this home 3 years.
Okay, wonderful. So they really got to know these children and decided this was the thing to do. Faye, I know that you have 2 of your own that you've brought, you know, through the adoption process, and 6, I guess, must seem like an awful lot. But you know that if somebody's willing to do that, there's something there that's really saying this is the right thing to do.
It is, and to keep siblings together, that's the goal. And it would just break my heart to hear if they had not been able to keep them together.
Yeah.
It would be an awful thing, because you know they're family, they're blood related. That's the only thing that they have, to see someone that maybe looks like them, although mine don't really look the same because they have different fathers, but it is something that they can hold on to.
Their connection, their special connection that nobody else has. Well, I want to thank you for sharing a little bit of what this is all about. There's certainly a lot more. Our phone number we put on the screen, 664-3201, and that you can call and you can speak with Sheila Cross, who will tell you what you need to know about looking into adoptive parenting, foster parenting, the training, certification, home studies. There are a lot of things you have to do, but you have to realize it's for a very good reason, and of course the goal is to bring children who need that stability and love and warmth into a home that is willing to give it, and to give it forever. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Norfolk Human Services Prevention Unit takes on the task of creating a network of community service providers to address the myriad needs of local families. Find out what they've accomplished when we come back.